Hi everyone and welcome back. Today I am going to take you through all of the journals that I own, or well, that I'm using right now. I own more. And this is everything that I use at the same time. Every journal has its own subject, and I hope this video will help you out with creating some ideas for your own journals that you maybe didn't fill out. Or just you like to watch journal videos like I do. So enjoy. I do have a lot of journals that I start using and then I stop like using them but do not fill them out, and I have a lot of like half-filled journals. So I try to come back to them every time and use them for something else. And so some of these were meant originally for something else, and now I'm using it for another subject. So it's quite a big stack, but yeah, some of them I use like every week. One of them or two of them I use daily, and the rest is like yeah, when I feel like it. The first one that I'm going to show you is like my commonplace book. So it's still a work in progress. I just started it a while ago, and it's just a very small journal that I take everywhere with me, and that I note like Japanese vocabulary in it, culture notes, reading notes, and just random notes. So I didn't fill in that much so far, but yeah, I try to take it everywhere with me, and if I need to take a note, I have this one with me. And at the end I wrote down the Korean alphabets because I'm still learning it and I want to look at it sometimes and have like this overview. It's not only for language learning, it's like for everything. Here I have some Japanese notes, but here I have some reading notes and quotes, and yeah, YouTube channel that I started watching recently for Japanese learning. So it's like everything randomly and written everywhere, and it's easy to take it everywhere with me. On the cover I wrote There and Back Again. It's from one of my favorite books of all time, The Hobbit. It's like the second title of The Hobbit. If you also like to have this kind of small notebooks, this one is from Moleskine. Then I have my Hobonichi Weeks. If you want to see how I set it up and how I'm using it, you can watch a video. I will link it up. I just use this daily, and I really like this journal. It's so easy to use, and I have it always with me together with this book. This is what goes in my purse. All of my language learning, all of my book planning, everything, school, work, it all goes in here. And then when I do my weekly planning for like specific subjects, I take the information from here, because yeah, here's like it's like the most up-to-date journal that I have. Then this journal, I recycled it a little bit because I used this one before I had my Hobonichi Weeks. This was also like my daily planning journal, but now I use it like a daily diary because I didn't want to just put away this journal. I really like using it. I do have a daily diary, but I do not use it daily. I most of the times I do not find the time to just sit down and write a longer entry in my diary, and this has like this very small spaces and one large space to write in, and I just can choose if I write a day a little bit more or just a couple of words about a day. So yeah, it's not a lot of pressure to journal daily this way. And for now I'm using this because I really like this journal, but I hope in 2023 to use a different kind of journal, which is the Hobonichi 5-year plan, and then it's like a journal that you use for 5 years and write daily a small piece. Writing small pieces works for me, but like really have this daily diary where you write multiple pages or even one big page, it's just I do not find the time for it. Then this one I just started recently. This is for my internship, but at first I started it out as a notebook that I used. I had this here some medical information, but for now I use it as an internship journal because I think it's a shame to throw it away or just not use it. I only filled it like until here, and then I stopped using it. So now I doing my master's internship in this journal, and I just write down things that I have discussed in the meetings or have to have to do, and yeah, I just started out with it, and I have some internship notes here as well. So this one will be filled out in the new year when I really start my internship. So now it's just preparations, and this one is my work notebook. So I'm not going to show too much inside, but because it has my work information, private information. But yeah, I take this one always with me when I'm going to work, and it has all the notes that I need. I also have like to-do lists in here and just some information that I need for my work. Now this one is also a journal that I started recently, and this is my language learning journal. This one I can show you everything because it's not a private thing. So this is purely originally started out as a language learning journal, nothing else. So it's not a recycled journal, and I tried to use a language learning journal multiple times, but every time I planned things out and then I didn't stick to the plan, so I stopped using the journal again, and it didn't work for me. But now I just started it as a chaotic and free journal that I can use however I want. And I have here some of my languages that I'm learning or that I'm fluent at. And then I made a planning, but I do not have to fill like every time this out because I'm also tracking my language learning in my Hobonichi daily. But sometimes I come back here like maybe weekly or once in 2 weeks, and just write things down, what I did that month or that week. And here I have some random goals that I planned out. This year in October there was this Polyglot conference, and I took part in it. It was very interesting, so I made some notes here, and that's actually how I started this journal. And now I planned my language learning goals in here, so I will show it in a different video what I want to do for my language. So that's actually everything. I do not have a lot filled out here. So these are all the resources that I use for, yeah, so far for every language that I'm learning. So all the resources on my mobile at least. So not books, but only apps. So this is a journal that I want to use more and just try to update it weekly from the information that it's in my daily journal and reflect on the goals that I have made in here. Then I have my reading journal, and it's the idea of a reading journal really works for me. I have made a video where I do a flip through of my old reading journal that I just filled out recently. I still do use it because some of the books that are in here I'm still reading, like this one I did finish, but let me see. Yeah, this one, The Memory Police by Yoko Kawa, I'm still reading that one, so I need to come back to this journal and fill this page out. And A Game of Thrones as well. But I already did a flip through because it's almost full, and I have a new reading journal that I'm using right now, so you can see it in another video. But I do like the idea of a reading journal because when I'm reading something, I want to write down all of my emotions and ideas about the thing that I've read, the book that I've read, and later I like to just come back and see what my ideas were about the book. Yeah, that's what I do in this journal, and this is a new one, so it's not filled out a lot. I think this, for now, this was one of my most favorite journals because I filled it out and from cover to cover, and I used it continuously without interruptions. This is my daily journal, or it should be my daily journal, where I try to write longer passages, but yeah, I do not do it daily, and so it like having a daily journal, I really like the idea, but it doesn't always work for me. So that's why I have that small planner now, where I can just write a small entry, and this is just something that I have if I want to write a longer piece about a day or like a month, but I do not use it that often, unfortunately. I just can't find the time. The last journal that I have to show you is it's a journal that I use quite often, and it's only for my YouTube ideas. So here I write down the videos that I want to film, or the videos that I have filmed. Yeah, I do use this one quite often. And at the end, I keep track of all the videos that I have made, and also how my channel is growing. And I update this one like once a month, or when I'm writing down an idea in here. And sometimes I come back to see what I wanted to film, because I do have a lot of ideas, but not always the time to film them. So I keep them in here. And yeah, this is also a journal that I really like. It's simple. It's not a specific brand. I just bought it somewhere in a very cheap shop. But it's just a good journal. There's a lot of space in it, and I like using it. So these were all my journals. Some of them I use daily, so some of them weekly, and some of them, like this one, not so often. But I do love all of them, of course. And you will see this one a little bit more, my language learning journal, because I would like to do more for language learning next year, and also reflect more on my language learning. So that would be all in here, and also my internship journal would be filled out. This one will be changed for the Hobonichi 5-year journal, and this one will be used daily because I really love it. I cannot function without it anymore. And also the small book with random notes will be always with me. So when I'm journaling, I do have always some things lying around me, which is of course all my pens and markers. And I have this small pencil case to take with me to school or to work, and this one is at home with all of the extra things that I don't really need, but really like. I have like this calligraphy pens that I use sometimes. They are all from Japan. I bought them when I was there, and yeah, I really like them. And then I have a box full of stickers, and I have more stickers, but this is like all of the stickers that I use for my planning and for all the journals. So yeah, I don't know if you can see, but it's quite a lot. And I do have more, but these are the ones that I use most often. So that's all of my planning and journaling stuff, and I hope this has given you some ideas for your own journals, because yeah, journals are great. They are like small history pieces of our life, memories always in there. And I would really recommend to have a journal. It doesn't have to be a daily journal. It could be something that you just reflect once in a while in, and you can just keep it private. Most of them I didn't really show you inside because it contains private stuff, but some of them, of course, like language learning, it's something that I show on YouTube a lot. Also my planning in here, it's fine, but some of the stuff you have to keep private, of course. So I wish you all a lot of journaling fun and a lot of like pleasure in your daily entries or your planning. And yeah, I will see you next time with another video. Goodbye.